के सोनी, प्रोफेसर, गवर्नमेंट बिलासा गर्ल्स पीजी कॉलेज, बिलासपुर, छत्तीसगढ़. Today, the topic of discussion is aplanatic points of a refracting sphere. Define aplanatic points as the property of the surface by virtue of which all the rays starting from a particular point object on its axis after reflection or refraction at the surface converge or appear to diverge from a single point image is called aplanatism, and the particular object and image points are called the aplanatic points, while the surface is said to be the aplanatic surface with respect to those 2 points. In figure we are considering a spherical medium with center C, radius R and refractive index μ. At point O, object distance from C is R upon μ. Image point is O dash, distance from C, it is R μ. A ray of light from O incidence on the surface at A and after refraction follows the path AB. This is perpendicular, so this angle is angle of refraction and this angle is angle of incidence, because this is the incidence ray, and this angle is alpha, this angle is beta. So in figure we consider a spherical medium with center C, radius R, refractive index μ as shown in figure. Let this be surrounded by air. Now we shall show that if a point object O is situated inside this sphere at a distance R upon μ from its center C, that means CO is equal to R upon μ, then all the rays diverging from it after refraction will appear to diverge from a point O dash at distance R μ from the center C, that means CO dash is equal to R μ. For this, consider an object O at distance R upon μ from the center C. Consider a ray OA incident on the spherical surface from O after suffering refraction at A. It follows a path AB and producing BA backwards. It means the line CO at O dash, that is the refracted rays, appears to be diverging from the point O dash. We are to find the distance CO dash. If I and R be angle of incidence and angle of refraction, then from the figure we can write angle OAC is equal to I, angle BAD is equal to angle O dash AC is equal to R, like this is equal to angle this, and let angle COA is equal to alpha, angle CO dash A is equal to beta. Now we are considering the triangle COA is equal to sin alpha upon sin r. This is equal to CA upon CO. This we are writing from the geometry, and this here CA is equal to r, CO is equal to r upon mu. This is equal to mu. Since radius of a sphere CA is equal to r and the distance of point object from the center C is CO is equal to r upon mu. Now from Snell's law we can write 1 upon mu is equal to sin I upon sin r, since the light is incident from denser to rare medium. So now we write mu is equal to sin r upon sin I. From equation 1 and 2 we write sin alpha upon sin I is equal to sin r upon sin I. This sin I and sin I will cancel out, so we can write alpha is equal to r. Also in triangle COA, angle OCA is equal to pi minus alpha minus I. This is equal to pi minus r minus I, because alpha is equal to r from equation 3. Then in triangle COA we write angle COA is equal to beta, and this is equal to pi minus r minus angle OCA. This is equal to pi minus I minus pi minus r minus I is equal to I, because this angle COCA is equal to pi minus r minus I. And now we write this pi r will cancel out, so we write beta is equal to I, and this is equation number 4. In figure, CO upon CA is equal to sin r upon sin beta. In triangle CO upon CA is equal to sin r upon sin beta. From equation 2, mu is equal to sin r upon sin I. Equation 4, beta is equal to I. So we write CO upon CA is equal to sin r upon sin I, because this beta is equal to I. And from equation 2, sin r upon sin I is equal to mu. Or we can write CO is equal to mu CA. This is equal to mu r, because radius r is equal to CA. It can be observed that the distance CO is independent of angle alpha. Hence, all the incident rays from O after refraction will appear to diverge from the point O dash. These conjugate points O and O dash are called aplantic points of the refracting sphere. Thank you.